Welcome to Blacksburg, Virginia, home to a team that brings this lunch pail each and every game, the Virginia Tech Hokies. We have a top 25 class between two of the best teams in the sport, and both hoping to enhance their postseason resume. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Louisville Cardinals, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Virginia Tech Hokies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Hokies will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Power football with the run. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Pulls it in. It's Thomas. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
At the 40, there he goes. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. To the air, it's Terrell. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Caught over the middle. It's Thomas. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
A first down run in the red zone. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
There's just nothing doing on that last run. And they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
These fans raising the volume on second and goal. He's looking to throw. Touchdown Cardinals. And they strike first. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Right down the middle. He's got it. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team. Nice run there on first down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Wilcox. It's complete on the right side. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. And the Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs. He's looking to throw it. He's got his man.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Snags it, and he will score. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
What a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touch.
And he breaks into the open. At the 30. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Throws to the tight end. He makes a grab. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
There's a great example of the offensive coordinator and quarterback being on the exact same page. The coordinator's anticipating man coverage. The quarterback recognizes it, and immediately he knows which receiver to go to.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Louisville!
This This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Louisville 14, Virginia Tech 7.
First down to start the drive after the break. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Got enough space. Touchdown Cardinals. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Virginia Tech 7.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. Are we sure that he knows what color jersey his receivers are wearing? Threw a pick on the last drive and almost threw another one.
Just temporarily confused. No big deal. Hey, short memory. Quarterback's got to have those short memories, right? It's behind me. No harm done. Reset. Next play.
It's complete to the right. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by...
Ball in the air, intercepted. Not only made the pick, but he also made up some ground and took it back to the 38.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. A strike downfield. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
It's now
2nd and goal for the offense. Tries again to get it in. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter.
Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds, an excellent field position for this offense. Line gets set, first down.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Scanning the field, it's Wilcox. Looking to scramble. He'll pull it down. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
They'll run it from the gun. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And this offense continues to do such a great job on third down. One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why, they keep it manageable most of the time. Third and short, they can run the football, be physical, convert first downs. This offense has been so good on third downs.
That's a really good looking run there. You think about great Hokie running backs in recent years. David Wilson, Lee Suggs, Kevin Jones, they all have the ability to shake defenders and break ankles. This guy right now giving you some of those vibes with that last run. That was nice.
He finds his man. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The Hokies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
You gotta love edge rushers. These guys in 4-3s, they are guys that can penetrate, get in the backfield. Watch the right end get in there so quick. Does a great job rushing the quarterback, knowing when he gets there how to get that dude on the ground. Give me my sack.
A shot toward the end zone, and he's got it. Touchdown, Hokie. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it away at the 25. Offense getting set for first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through, and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on a defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Holds and fires complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking for a man. It's Terrell. Got his man. They get him down after he makes the catch.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Caught near the sticks. It's Thomas. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
They knock him down right there.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. The sure hands, it's Thomas. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a first down. And the Cardinals are in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Touchdown Cardinals. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Get another look at this Hokie offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
To the air, it's Wilcox. He's got him this time. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They're bringing heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
All wideouts, no backs. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Just a short pass to the tight end. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. He rifles one deep to the left. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying